Christmas time is often portrayed as this joyful, happy, family connected time of year. But for some of us, it's not all that. It's it can be lonely, it can be sad, it can be just in a feeling of loss. If you've lost people in your life, however which way, whether that's from bereavement, loved ones have passed on, friends have passed on, you might be estranged from people, friends and family, um, whether that's your choice or theirs. And Christmas time can be difficult. It can be joyous, it can be all those things, but it can also be difficult. And sometimes we forget that. And if we haven't lost anyone or estranged from anyone, then we can't understand how other people feel until you're in that position. So I just wanted to spend a little bit of time today to talk about it and to honour those people. Honour is probably the wrong word, but to be aware of these people. And if you have got anyone around you that has lost somebody, it might be grieving, it might be sad and lonely and not have family around or anyone, then just to give them a little bit of a, I'm thinking of you. If there's anything you need, let me know. It just might give them some connection over Christmas. I want to tell you a bit about my story, so I can show you that I empathise with those of you that are going through this bittersweet time of year, especially if you have a family and it is joyous. You might have young kids like I do, but you've lost people. And it's being mindful is about honouring all the emotions, letting them all come up and pass through. So I just want to tell you a little bit about my story to show you that I understand and I get you if you're going through this too. And at the end, I'll try and give you some ways to get through, I guess, best we can. So I came to mindfulness just before I lost three out of four of our parents. I learned about mindfulness and meditation, like I said, 2 years before it all kicked off, really. And I'm glad I did, because those tools helped me through, so much so that I went to train and be a mindfulness teacher. But it helped me so much to process and get through all the emotions, all the difficult emotions. But basically, my dad was the first to go, and he had asbestos-related lung cancer, mesothelioma, which is caused from asbestos. He was an electrician, and he, from diagnosis to the end, was sort of 7 months, so it was a relatively quick cancer. So that was in the October, so that wasn't long before Christmas. And then shortly after that, I met my now husband, Richard, and shortly after that, his dad died very suddenly. And then not long after that, a year later, my mum died suddenly on my birthday. So for those people who have lost people very close to Christmas, or actually on Christmas Day, I get you, because these days come around every year and they're more intense and they're more bittersweet, because especially if you've got a family as well, because you want to, I'm getting emotional, because you want to enjoy the day with the family you have got while honouring those you haven't. One way I do that is this is a little, we're actually not far from Whitby at the minute, but this is Whitby Jet, and my mum used to love Whitby Jet. So for her 60th birthday, I got her this. It's a little locket, and it has a picture of my dad in it. And she died like not long after giving her it, and she was wearing it, and so I wear it. Not every, I wore it pretty much every day after she died. And then eventually I was able to not. So I have both of them here, and I wear this on special occasions. So I've been wearing it most days in the run up to Christmas. And yeah, it's just about honouring them. And I get you if you have lost someone so close to Christmas or on Christmas Day. It's so difficult, and nobody will understand it unless they've been through it. And I guess one of the things I want to say when it comes to loss and people around you is ask for what you want and need from your people. If you don't ask, they're not going to know, because everyone's different. You're different throughout your grief every day. You might want to talk about the people gone by, you might not, on one day compared to the other. So tell your people what you need. And for those around people who are grieving at Christmas time, ask them what they need. And if you can't be with that person, just send them a message and say, thinking of you. That's all you have to say. Grief isn't something to fix. It's not something to fix. My husband is such a practical, handyman. He is a very good problem solver. He fixes all the time. He's good at that. But I learned he can't fix this. Shortly after my mum, it was his birthday, and I wanted to make that day special for him. So we went out and we had a good time. But prior to that, that was about 10 days. So my birthday is about 10 days before his. So yeah, prior to that, maybe about a week after, he's like, come on, let's get out. And I like advocate going out and getting fresh air and all the rest of it. You know when it's time to do that. And I wasn't ready to do that. I was still wanting to process. But I wasn't strong enough to put the boundaries in at the time. And so I went and I hated it. So you've got to do what's right for you in the moment. You've got to tell your people, and your people need to ask. So that's a little bit about loss. And then you come to estrangement. And this is a new topic for me, as in the trends that are going about toxic family and what is it, go something, I can't remember now, go no contact or something like that it's called, isn't it? Hashtag go no contact. Basically it's estrangement. Families have been estranged for many years, you know, it's not a new thing, but a lot of families are choosing, for whatever reason, to not be together. So that adds another dimension to Christmas, when people have chosen to leave your life, or you've chosen to leave their life. So I've had this in recent years, very recent years, where I've lost family members, friends, and it feels very alone. And it's hard, you still feel that even if you've chosen that. And it's obviously hard if someone else has. And I've had it where someone else has not told me. So it's not just the loss, it's confusion. Yeah, it's a bit bonkers. But nonetheless, you're grieving. You're grieving that person. Whether you've chosen it or not, they're not in your life anymore. And especially if they played a big part in your life, and especially if it was since growing up, you know, a family member or a close friend you've known for a long time. It's difficult. It's something that isn't easy. And you still think of them, whether you've chosen it or not. You still think of them, and that's okay. You miss them, whether it's your choice or not that they're in your life. You still miss them, and you might think about them, you might not. And it's just allowing that, and allowing any feelings to come up and pass through. So I just wanted to mention it all, really, because Christmas is a time of family, friends, joyous occasions, but it can also be not easy, lonely, isolating, sad, upsetting. You've just seen me well enough talking about it. And we don't really celebrate Christmas anymore. for our own personal reasons. We're in an Airbnb at the minute, so they've decorated, which is lovely. It's still lovely. We like the decorations. We've got nothing against other people celebrating at all. So any tips for you to get through this? What can I say? Feel the feels. Allow them. Journal if you've got no one to talk to. But please, 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 if you do have someone to talk to, ask them if you can just open up. If that's what you want, ask them if you can talk about them. Ask them if they can hold a safe space for you. And this is what we don't do very much these days, is to really listen and not fix. You're not asking them to fix your problem. You're not asking them for advice. You're not asking them what they would do. You're not asking them what you should do, because you'll figure all that out in time. At the moment, you're just going through a time. You're going through some feelings. So allow it. Be with it. Let it pass through. And you'll feel better at the end. You will. Until the next wave hits or something else reminds you of them. But the more and more you do this, the less in fear you are of that wave coming. I promise you. If you keep pushing down the feelings, they'll hit you hard every time. So drop down in the comments what you're going through this Christmas. Is it all happy and joyous and that's great, amazing? Or is it a bit bittersweet for you? I'd love to hear, and I'd love for us to help each other out through this time, because not everyone understands and gets that it can be difficult. So I see you and I hear you, and on this channel I'm here for you, using mindfulness tools to get you through. However you're celebrating Christmas, whether you do or not, whether you've got family or not, I wish you so much love. Sending you so much love. Bye for now.